Hi, welcome to our next YouTube installment. Today we're going to discuss the use of radiographs in animals. So, using radiography as a tool, as a diagnostic tool to find out more about medical conditions and diseases is fairly commonplace. We've been using that for the past few decades really, and certainly it is one of the most common modality that is found in any vet practices now. Today we're just going to discuss what X-rays, they are advanced sort of diagnostic techniques using MRI scanners and CT scanners, which will be covered in another video. So today we're just talking about X-rays. So most practices in UK this day and age usually have digital X-rays facilities, and what this means is that they no longer use chemical films and things like that, and everything is just done digitally. It does sort of help in terms of convenience because first of all, there's no more big machines and also liquid that you have to have a dark room and things like that to actually develop the X-ray films. Also, because it's digital, we can send it off and email it to specialists for further interpretation and things like that without having to mail a physical film. And it also makes storage much easier as well. So all that is also of modern technology, so to speak, helping us to make our sort of daily jobs a little bit easier, to get expertise, feedback a bit easier, things like that. So why do we do X-rays? So we do X-rays to find out what's happening internally in the body. It's good for some things, not so good for other things. Example, so it is good for showing up any sort of bony issues or any sort of calcified objects or any sort of abnormality in the placement of organs and things like that. It is good if you want to see whether there is a fracture or any sort of joint disease, anything to do with bones or orthopedics. It is very, very useful. It's also good for highlighting contrast, like in the lungs, in the chest, the size of the heart, the the viability of the lungs and things like that. That's all pretty good as well. It's also a quite useful tool for looking at, say, a dental X-rays, looking at the relation between the jaw and the tooth root, to see whether there is any sort of abnormalities in that area. It's also good for a sort of abdominal area to look for, say, if there is where all your organs should naturally be there or not, to look for a potential foreign body obstruction. So there's plenty of uses for sort of a conventional radiography without going to CT scanners and MRI machines and things like that. So it does have its place. It does also have its limitations. Okay, so usually it is used in conjunction with ultrasound scanning, and I'll cover ultrasound in another video. But so all I want to say is that X-rays are very, very useful, but they are not omnipotent. They are not everything. So there are some things that is good for, some things you may not get the answer from the X-rays. So when a vet recommends the X-rays to you, he or she should be able to sort of tell you why we're doing X-rays in the first place, what we hope to achieve out of the X-rays, the objectives of doing in the first place, so that everybody makes an informed decision to why are we choosing this particular modality in the first place. So I hope that has been useful for you, and over the next few slides you'll see some sort of pictures of some X-rays that we've taken, and you'll also see sort of the generator that actually shoots out the electrons and X-ray beams, and a little sort of developer where we develop X-rays as well. I do hope you found this video very, very useful. If you have any comments, please do comment below, and I hope you have a nice day. Till the next installment. Bye bye.